Amber Wilson never thought an ordinary Facebook post would lead her to an extraordinary journey across the world. It began with a sunset photo she shared in a photography group, a blend of purple clouds and orange sky that captured the quiet beauty of Oregon evenings. She posted the photo without any expectations, simply wanting to share a moment she found peaceful. But then came a comment that would change everything. "This looks like the sky is speaking." The comment belonged to a man named Hassan, someone she had never interacted with before. His words caught her attention. They were gentle, poetic, and full of curiosity. She replied, he responded, and soon their short exchanges grew into long conversations. They talked about photography first, then about life, culture, food, dreams, and the world they each lived in. His descriptions of Pakistan fascinated her, the bustling streets, the warmth of people, the rich traditions. And he was fascinated by her stories of quiet forests, snowy mornings, and the calmness of her small-town American life. Weeks turned into months, and what began as a casual online friendship grew into a deep connection. They spoke daily, often late into the night. Their calls became the highlight of Amber's evenings. She loved his kindness, his humor, and the calm way he spoke about life. He admired her openness, her independence, and the courage she carried within her without realizing it. When Hassan told her that he was currently in Pakistan caring for his grandparents, Amber felt something in her heart shift. She imagined meeting him, seeing his world, experiencing the life he described so vividly. Slowly, an idea took hold in her mind, something bold and unfamiliar. What if she visited him? It sounded crazy at first, even to her. But the thought wouldn't leave. For the first time in years, she felt alive with purpose. So she bought the ticket, packed her bags, and prepared herself for a world she had only seen through pictures and videos. When she landed in Lahore, excitement and nervousness tangled inside her. Everything felt new, the warm air, the crowded airport, the unfamiliar language. And then she saw him in the crowd, holding marigolds, his smile nervous and full of hope. That moment made every risk worth it. It felt like stepping into the warmth of a home she hadn't known she was missing. Hassan welcomed her to Pakistan with gentle words that made her eyes fill with tears. That day, he showed her the city he loved, the Shahi Mosque glowing under the sun, the busy markets full of color, the aroma of spices drifting through the air. Every place they visited felt magical, but nothing felt as special as simply being beside him in person. By the end of that first day, sitting with him and drinking sweet chai on a roadside, Amber realized the truth she had been feeling for months. She had come not just to see him, but to begin a new chapter of her life with him. A week passed in what felt like a beautiful dream. Each morning Amber woke to the sounds of Lahore, vendors calling out, children playing, birds chirping, and each day she spent beside Hassan, discovering not only his world but the depth of their bond. They talked about everything, laughed easily, and felt more connected in person than they ever had online. It was as if meeting physically had solidified all the feelings they had carried silently for months. During their conversations, the idea of marriage came up more naturally than either expected. It wasn't rushed or forced, it simply felt like the next step. Amber had crossed oceans because her heart trusted this connection. And Hassan, seeing her courage and sincerity, knew he didn't want to live a future without her. One evening, while sitting on the rooftop watching the sunset, Hassan asked her softly if she was certain about moving forward with the nikah. Amber didn't hesitate. Her voice was clear and steady as she told him she was ready. She wanted to build a life with him, not just in dreams or messages, but in the real world. Preparations began almost immediately. The ceremony would be simple, intimate, and full of love. Hassan's family embraced Amber warmly, helping her choose a beautiful traditional outfit and teaching her the customs with patience and affection. Their kindness eased her nerves and made her feel like she truly belonged. On the day of the nikah, the house filled with joyful energy. Strings of lights decorated the courtyard, jasmine flowers perfumed the air, and the soft chatter of relatives created a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Amber felt nervous, but it wasn't fear, it was the overwhelming realization that one chapter of her life was ending and another was just beginning. When she saw Hassan seated with the imam, dressed in white and looking both calm and emotional, her heart steadied. The ceremony began, and Amber repeated her vows slowly, doing her best to speak clearly and respectfully. Hassan's voice followed, sure and heartfelt. And with a few sacred words, they became husband and wife. The moment felt unreal. Prayers were spoken, sweets were shared, and smiles surrounded them. Everyone seemed genuinely happy for them, celebrating not just a wedding but the union of two worlds. Later that night, on the same rooftop where the question had first been asked, Amber and Hassan sat together under the soft glow of the city lights. The sky stretched wide above them, and the gentle hum of Lahore filled the silence. They didn't need many words. Their joined hands, quiet smiles, and steady hearts spoke loudly enough. Amber knew she had taken a leap of faith, and as she leaned her head on Hassan's shoulder, she realized it had delivered her exactly where love wanted her to be, beside the man who felt like home.